hear that? That is Hugo. Hugo says hi, everybody. I just completely forgot what I was going to say. Oh, Bluff. Do this again. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you've not done so, I would appreciate you just taking a second. Go ahead, hit the subscribe button, ring the notification bell. I'm trying to get up to 100 subscribers so that I can personalize my YouTube link. So if you did that, you would really help me out and I would be in your debt. So let's do that. You can also take a second, check out my socials. They're all linked in the description box down below, and then they're probably all popping up on the screen right now. I post a lot of weird stuff to Snapchat, and then I do post some stuff to Instagram, and then most of like my polls and questions about what do you guys want to see goes up on Twitter. So you can connect with me on any of those places. I would love to talk to you guys more. All right, let's get started with the actual video. Today, we're going to be learning how to take a regular eyeshadow and turn it into a liquid liner. This is going to give you a lot more options if you want to do fun, funky colored winged eyeliners, or even if you just want to do a boring wing liner and you have a brown or a black color that you like and you don't feel like investing in a traditional liquid liner. I also think this is a little bit more forgiving for beginners, just the process of it, because it's easier to wipe off. Now, when I had done the single eyeshadow look using the Mer Palette from ColourPop, I put a poll up on Twitter asking which color people would prefer to see, the teal or the mint. And teal did win, which is why I used it in the video. But I felt bad because there were quite a few people that had voted for mint, and I thought I should use it in another video just so that they can get some minty satisfaction. And so I'm going to be using that for my demo today. For today's walkthrough, you're going to need eyeshadow of some kind, setting spray. Now, I know in my previous one shadow video, I said that you could use water for what we were going to do. You still can, but I wouldn't recommend it. I've had much better luck using setting spray. It does not have to be a fancy setting spray. This is the NYX Dewy Finish Long Lasting Setting Spray. I picked this up, like I said in the previous video. For whatever reason, it tends to irritate my cheeks. It doesn't bother my eyes at all. It's no reflection on NYX, like as a manufacturer. I just have incredibly sensitive skin due to my autoimmune disorder. It's my fault. You should always patch test things. I did not patch test this. Lesson learned. Right, another more you know moment here. So setting spray. You can get this for I think around like $7 or $8 at the most. If you get it at Ulta, use a coupon, right, so that you're not having to spend as much money. So, setting spray. You're also going to need a small container of some kind. This is not absolutely necessary, and you could actually use the lid from your setting spray, but I find this to be kind of annoying, and I knock it over all the time. What I'm actually using it's this little lid. It was from a liquid liner container that dried out. And I kept the lid specifically for this technique because it's like the perfect shallowness for what we're going to do. You're also going to need something to prime the eyes with. You can use concealer. I am again using the Makeup Revolution Prime and Lock. And last but not least, you're going to need a brush for applying the liquid line. And then any brushes you want to use to complete out your eyeshadow look. Now, I am going to be using this angled brush here. Let me see if I can, whoops. You would think after all this time, I would remember I have to go the opposite direction than I see in the monitor, but No, no, I really don't. I don't remember. All those years of higher education and I can't figure out how to move my hand in a monitor. See, there I go again. Okay, sorry. I'm using an angled brush that comes to a point. I feel like for beginners, the angled brush is a lot easier because it gives you a natural point. I apologize. That's my dog, Hugo. He really wants to be involved in the video today. I might bring him over to have a little cameo when we're done, but if you hear him kind of chirping in the background, I apologize. Okay, so angled brush for doing the line. That's it. Pretty small list of ingredients for today. I've already concealed my face, put on foundation because I figured you guys would not want to watch that. So that's all done so that we can just jump right into the technique. So to start off with, I'm going to take my little container, and if you don't have a small container, you can do this on a plate, in a bowl, in a cup. It doesn't have to be anything fancy. You just want something that you can wash out when you're done and then reuse. And like I said, even the lid of the setting spray would work. There's just something about this that, like, when it's sitting on my table, I tend to just and then knock it over because I'm clumsy like that. So I prefer something that I really can't knock over. So I'm going to take my setting spray and I'm going to spritz it into this. And the reason I'm doing it this way, rather than taking it on the brush, is because I'm going to have to go back into the setting spray a lot of times. And it gets annoying having to like spritz and re-wet the brush continuously. In the other walkthrough where I use setting spray, I wasn't having to re-wet the brush very frequently, so it didn't really matter as much. All right, I'm going to start off by concealing my eyes or putting on my primer. And I'm actually going to take this out a little further than I ordinarily would do if I wasn't going to be doing more of a winged look, because I want it to help lock the product into place further out. I'm so sorry. I don't even know what he's barking at. He's sort of like barking at the ceiling. I don't know what's going on. Okay. Let me just double check really quick. See, the thing is, when you get over 40 and you start getting those wrinkles on your eyes, you have to even check when you prime your eyes to make sure that you don't have little creases. Okay, I'm going to start with the wing first. I do this for two reasons. One, it's a lot more forgiving if you screw up, like I said before. You can just take it back off and redo it. You're not having to redo the entirety of your eye. Secondly, a lot of times I have had the experience, even though I'm more comfortable doing a wing, where I will do my eye makeup, I will think I want a wing in a certain color, I put that color on, and then I really don't like the way that it looks when it's done, because there's something about seeing the eyeshadow color being used as a liner that's very different than seeing it being used all over the eye. So this gives me a better idea of what's going to work together, and then how much regular eyeshadow I want to put onto the rest of the lid, like how dramatic I want to make it. Okay, so first step is I'm just going to take my setting spray and I'm going to spritz it into my container. And like I said, you could use any little container. So I'm going to just spritz enough to get some into the bottom of it to make my life a little easier. All right. I'm going to bring the camera in a little bit closer, turn to the sides so you guys can see me, and then we're going to get to winging. All right. Okay. When you wing, the easiest way to do this is to start with the lower lash line. And I'm going to start with the point going out the direction of the wing. Right? So this is going to be my starting spot. I am going to wet my, let me make sure this is in frame. I'm going to wet my brush with some setting spray. And then I'm going to take it into the My Way and pick up some color. And just like in the other tutorial, This is gonna intensify, but it's also gonna help lock the color into place. Let me get my mirror here. So I wanna make sure I can do this in a way that I'm not like blocking the view. So like I said, starting on the lower lash line. Now, instead of dragging, I'm actually gonna stamp. Use a stamping motion. And the reason for that is you get a cleaner line, but you also have less issues if you have wrinkles in the corners of the eyes than if you're dragging back and forth. So you want to sort of figure out how far out you want the wing to go. When it starts to feel a little dry, just re-wet the brush and pick up a little more product. And I don't know if you can, like, I lift my eyebrow quite a lot because, again, wrinkles over 40. Having a hard time seeing because of the lights. Here, hold on a second. Okay. So there we go. That's the start of my wing. Now I'm just going to take the top of my wing. I feel like I'm turning out a frame, and I'm probably not going to know until I check the footage. I'm going to take the top of my wing, and I'm just going to draw a straight line, kind of at an angle, coming down to the middle of my lid, using the same stamping motion. Hold on. Yes, Hugo. A little more color on here. Now, once I've winged, it doesn't really matter which direction, so I'll flip the brush over, because at this point I'm just lining my eye, and it's okay if the angle is going in the other direction, but I'm still stamping. And I'm just going to take this down a little bit into my under eye, just to tighten that up a little bit. And then I'm going to check my corners, because again, wrinkles. You want to check both with your eye closed and open. Now, let me turn again so you can see. Sorry, I don't want to be out of frame. Let's say you get to this point and you do not like the wing. You're like, I love the eye, I hate the wing. Very simple. Wipe it off, right? And I can even see, I'm looking in my big mirror here a little bit. There we go. I had a little bit of a nuts there. And I could even decide to take this out even further if I want. All right, my battery went dead there at the very, very end. I apologize. I checked it. I think there's something wrong with it. I swapped it out for a different one. It seems to be losing power very, very quickly. I don't know what's going on. I think that it must have a bad cell in it. I just took the wing just a tiny bit further out. That's it. So I'm pulling it back so you can see what it looks like from a distance. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and wing the other eye now. And I'm going to turn and I'm going to bring it in close, but this time I'm going to put it on fast forward. So you can see the same process the second time through, but you won't have to sit through as much time. Okay, so as you could see, when I was done, I went back and I actually cleaned up the first wing that I did just a little bit. It wasn't bad. It's just a little difficult for me to wing and talk at the same time. And now we have beeping outside. So I figured out what the dog was barking at. Our neighbors are doing construction forever and always, and their trucks have been backing into and turning around in our driveway. Hopefully it's going to be quieter now. I gave the dog like a snack, and fingers crossed we can finish this out. Okay, so because the mint, I should say, not teal, the mint is pretty intense looking compared to, I think, in the pan. And even when it's spread over the eyes, it's very faint, fair. I mean, I don't know, compared to, right. So I'm going to keep it pretty light. I'm going to walk you through just very simple look. And I'm going to turn probably music on for this part, just because the beeping and all the things that seem to be happening this morning while I'm trying to shoot. All right, here we go. So very simple on the eyeshadow. I just used two colors, focused more on kind of the golden color. And just to give the eyes a little bit of a wash, I kind of wanted the mint liner to stand on its own. And then I went ahead and put on a pair of false eyelashes, which I will not do on camera because I wind up doing something stupid like gluing them to my elbow. I wish I was kidding. Or other nightmares. So false eyelashes, and then some highlighter, and I did put a little bit of blush on top of the highlighter. I find that peach color highlighter and the peach color blush actually works better if I put the highlighter on first and the blush on second. I'm not really certain what it is about that combination, but I feel like it looks better. And then a little bit of the Milani Gold Dust Lip Plumper gloss, because again, with the wing, I wanted to keep the rest of it pretty simple. Hey guys, I wasn't really planning on doing a check-in, but then I glanced in the mirror and thought I should do a check-in. It is 9:12 in the evening, And I shot my video at 9:30 this morning, so it's been almost 12 hours that I've had this makeup on. And look at this. Sorry, that's Hugo scratching. That winged eyeliner still going strong. Yeah, so it holds up pretty well. I'm happy with it. So that just gives you an idea of the durability and wearability of it. Like 12 hours, not bad, especially in this 90-degree weather that we had today. All right, bye guys. So this is one of those things that does take a little bit of practice. I would definitely recommend practicing this on days that you're not going to leave the house until you feel comfortable with it. And invest in a good flat angled brush that makes it a lot easier. And a nice close-up hand mirror also is going to make your life a lot simpler as well. Just little things like that can make the technique go a lot smoother. I hope this was helpful to you guys, and I hope that all of you are happy and healthy and staying well. Oh, 1 second. Look who it is. Say hi. You want to say hi? Want to say hi to the people? All right, so that's it for us today. Yeah. You want to say bye-bye, people? I want to say thank you guys for tuning in again. Like I said before, please hit the subscribe button, give the video a thumbs up, leave a comment down below. Hugo, Palm, and I both say that we hope that you're happy and healthy and well-rested and are remembering that self-care is the most important care. You want to say bye-bye? Bye, guys. I'll see you next time.